Hey, welcome back, guys. So today I want to have a real conversation about something that we all struggle with. Yes, all of us. And that's self-confidence. It's that silent force that either propels us forward or holds us back in every aspect of life, from our careers, our businesses, in our relationships, both in our businesses and careers, as well as our personal relationships, right? But here's the thing. If you're struggling, like you're constantly battling that inner voice of self-doubt, you're not alone. Maybe that's the good news you wanted to hear. I've been there, and to be transparent is something that we all struggle with at some levels. I'm Karl J.Jacobi, and I know how it feels to be on top of the world one day and have it crumble the very next because you just don't trust yourself enough. And I want you to understand that confidence, it's something we build. See, confidence isn't about having it all figured out or always getting it right. Despite what you may see, despite what you may have been told, that's quite the contrary. In fact, it's about believing you can handle what life throws at you, even if you don't know all the answers. You see, it's trusting that your past mistakes don't define your future potential. And one of the most crucial things about confidence, something we often overlook, is the relational aspect. Because truthfully, how can we build self-confidence if we're disconnected from the people around us? Even more so today, right? There was a period of time a couple of years ago, we were so far disconnected with a lot of people. Whether it's your spouse, your kids, colleagues, or even just the guy you talk to at the gym. Relationships either drain or fuel our confidence. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who remind you of your strengths, even when you don't even see them, you can't see them, that's when your confidence really starts to take shape. As I say all the time, if you don't want to believe in yourself, to get you going, borrow my belief in you. And you may say, Karl, how can you say that? You don't know me. Because God made you. You're created in God's image. That being said, I can't not do anything but believe in you because I believe in God. He's created all of us, right? So if you don't want to believe, you don't have enough self-confidence, borrow mine until you restore that self-confidence. This is critical in order to help you map to where you want to be. But let me get personal here for a moment. I remember times when I felt like my self-confidence was shattered because of mistakes I've made. And trust me, I've made a plethora of mistakes in my marriage, with my kids, in businesses, you name it, in careers that I've had before I became entrepreneur. I've been there, done that. I even have the t-shirt to show you. Whether it was a bad decision in business or a moment when I let somebody down, I feel like I couldn't bounce back. Trust me, I can relate. I can absolutely relate. And when you're in that place, it's easy to shut people out and retreat into your own head. And you start developing these negative stories. I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. I've been there more times than I can count. And to be transparent, I still go to that place every now and then. But it's in how I respond that separates me from who I am today versus who I used to be. But listen, here's the truth that I want you to hear today. Self-confidence isn't just about believing in yourself. It's about being open to let others believe in you when you're struggling to. Because sometimes we need someone else to help us see the strengths that we still carry, even when it feels buried under layers of doubt. If you're watching this and you're struggling with your self-confidence right now, I want to challenge you to do two things. Just two things. First, start off by giving yourself grace for past mistakes. Yes, we have to give ourselves grace. They've made you who you are today, and they're a part of your story, not the end of it. And they don't define you. Second, lean into the relationships that lift you up. That's imperative. Be vulnerable enough to let people in, even when it feels uncomfortable. As I always say, you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's where growth occurs. Because confidence grows best in community. It's in those connections where we find the courage to believe in ourselves again. I know what it's like to wrestle with self-confidence. Despite what you may see and publicly and so forth in speaking, I know the battles. I know the victories that come when you decide to push past the doubts and lean in. I tell everybody that I coach and anybody that I come in contact with, you've got to lean in. In fact, my coach, your mentors tell me the very same thing. In fact, I'm hearing their voices right now in my head. And that's the voice I want you to hear in your head as you start to face these doubts. Lean in to those fears. This is where growth occurs. Remember, you're not just building a better life for yourself. You're setting a new standard for everyone that's watching you. Believe it or not, people are watching you. We often neglect that or somehow minimize that to some degree. So keep going. You've got this, and I'm here with you every step of the way. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, turn on notifications so that you never miss an update, any episodes that I release, any content that I put out. And if you don't mind, also give this video a thumbs up. This helps just helps YouTube spread this video to as many amazing people as possible. And it helps our channel to grow, and it really helps me impact as many people as I possibly can. I am impact driven. So please help me in spreading this message to as many people as you possibly can. But more importantly, for me, drop a comment about what you struggle with the most. I love to hear it. To be honest, not just for me, but I think a lot of people will like to see what other people struggle with because they like to know they're not alone, right? So drop a comment below as far as what you personally struggle with. Put yourself out there. Be uncomfortable. I'm doing it. But before we end, I want to let you guys know about a cool offer that we just made. It's a free 14-day trial to a community called the Phalanx. If you can resonate with anything that I have been talking about and you like what I'm about, then hit the link in the description. This is an absolute risk-free way of leaning in and stepping into your potential. I wanted to make this as risk-free as I possibly can so you can lean in and gain that self-belief in yourself again. So with that, it's time to go from good to unstoppable together. And as always, I'm in your corner.